Good afternoon, everyone. So today we're at a Renault Mégane Scenic. Renault Mégane? Is it Mégane? Aye, Mégane Mark 3, and it's a 59 plate. Now this has got the 1.5 DCI engine. It's the same engine. I think it's the K9K. It's the same engine that's in the Nissan Qashqai, right? So the customer's complaint with this is poor starting on cold mornings. If it's under 8 degrees centigrade, it's a pig to start, lots of white smoke. Now, he only has one code, and on the snap-on, put this off, it's showing it as a DF Delta Foxtrot 031 preheating unit control circuit. On the launch it says it's a DF025, but still complains about the preheating circuit. Right, so that can be found here after removing the passenger's headlight, just 2 screws at the top and it pops out. So we've located it here. Now the customer says they've replaced this and it did not resolve their starting issue. But the fault codes have led us back to this. So we used the launch and we done the actuation test to make the glow plug really work. So Roddy and myself done it, and we went up to the, I'll just show you this. We went up to here, we just disconnected one of the connectors onto the glow plug, put our test light in, and when we actually actuated the relay, it did not light. We then used our test light connected to battery positive. We'll just show that, Roddy. What did we? Oh, here it's here. So we're going to battery positive, and then we go down through the glow plug. So we'll just pick that glow plug there, Roddy. So there we go. That glow plug's good because it has a path to earth. We've done that with the 4 glow plugs. Good, good, good. So we then came down to the relay, and the best way to view this relay is to go from right to left with that pop-out tab at the top. So when you're looking at the, we'll go to starting point here, we'll just use this wee thing. When we're looking at this side here, 1, 2, 3, 4, that corresponds with going to each of the 4 glow plugs. So that's the connectors to the 4 glow plugs. So we ohm them out between that connection point and up at the glow plugs. 0 ohms, that is good. The 2 big fat connectors there, that's power and ground, and they are good. I can demonstrate that to you. So if we go between these 2 points there, look at that. That is a good, well, that lamp takes about 4 or 5 amps. Sure, this will take more than that, but that's a healthy power and a healthy ground. Which then leaves us with the 2 pins at the end. So we've got one at the top there. That one shows 12 volts, and this one shows something like 4 volts. So to me, this is a communication pin, and that's an ignition switch supply pin. So I'll just show you that. I'll just put that into there. I'll get ready to start the car. Good lad, ready. So put that in there. We'll go into the scope. So Roddy will start the car, and we'll watch that jump up to 12 volts. So that is good. We'll just check that with our test light, Roddy, for that. Just do that again, lad. So you can see the test light, that's not got very much. The test light takes that to ground. Take the test light away, it goes to 12 volts. And then when we go to the other pin there, we can see that's reading. Whoops. Run it again, Roddy. 3.3 volts. So, with the absence of any good information, I think we're right in condemning this relay, because the guy said he changed it, but how do we know this is good? And the computer's complaining about this, and when we disconnect this, it isn't generating any other fault codes. And when we try to do the bi-directional test on this, we're getting no lights, no lighting. So scratchy head time. So this is another day. I had to skip away last night, so Roddy was the man that found it. So remember, we saw the test light and the test light went out. Well, when I went away, Roddy decided to have a look in the wiring harness. And this is, well, I never found this, he's cleaned it up now, but the green wire going to the base of that relay, it was corroded. It was great corrosion. I think you've got it there, eh? Ah, there it's there. Corroded, but the green crusties had set in, so there's another bit there. Is that the good bit? Aye. So the guy, what actually put the pieces together, the guy had said this car had previously been in an accident, because normally you cannot get access to this glow plug relay in for this way. You've got to come through the wheel arch. So we're just going to put it back together. We've got a new fixing kit we got off the Amazon. These, what's it called? Caillou injectors on already. We just use a little heat gun with it. So there they are. It's we just use a little heat gun on them. It's low temperature solder. Try that, and it does make a nice waterproof connection. So I think that was a tenner off the Amazon. So we'll try it. We've repaired that section of wire in there that was the green wire. I'm not sure what one it was. But what we'll do now is go and check the fault code and see if indeed it has disappeared. So corrosion within the wire loom up there. So you can see the fault code DF025 has moved to memory. So we'll just clear the fault codes and we'll go and start it. Clear fault code memory. Okay. Read DTCs. No fault code. So we'll start it already.
Right.
Moment of truth. Perfect. Preheat control. So there you go, 15% and the relay is active. So that's all good. So we'll graph it. So there we're pinned into that wire, that green wire. It's hard to see down the bottom. So that's the one that had 12 volts in it. And our test light originally went out. So you want to start it up, Roddy, and we'll look at that graph at the same time. There you go. Funny looking waveform that. And then you can see we're preheating at 12%. The relay is active. There we go. Roddy. No, it's alright, my man. You want to see that? So that's on the green wire, the duty cycle. So that must correspond with the percentage of that. So that's at 14%, and that must be cycling at 14%. So if we go into a graphic multimeter, duty cycle, and there we go, 16%. Now that's what that is, isn't it? That's in relation to that. So that green wire is the duty cycle control to tell the glow plugs what percentage it wants. So you can see on my meter, I'm at 15.99%. And I think when that goes off, it'll cut down to 0. So we around the car there, you can see it went high, then it cut off. And we'll watch the two of them together. The duty cycle goes up, then it cuts off, and these cut off, go back to the stroke phase. Rev it again, Roddy. There you go, that's it off. That's it off. Good stuff. Aye, perfect, man.